name is Peter, and I'm the founder of NearWeek, a Near Protocol dedicated community media and connector. And I'm here today with our CTO, Dennis, aka Starter Staking. And for the past 3 months, we've been working in the shadows on our latest project called Heroes. So our vision with Heroes is to connect the best of OpenWake projects, talents, and investors, because we want to accelerate the growth of a builder, project, and doer-centric community on Near. And for the Heroes platform, that journey starts with bounties. Hence, the MVP version of Heroes is a bounty platform. With Heroes, we seek to help projects that are building and operating in Web3 by giving them a platform to connect with services they need in order to grow. Web3 is where we're coming from and where we iterate our product and processes. But with time, we want to target businesses and people all across the world that struggle with high platform or banking fees, latency on payments, geographical barriers to entry, and equal pay. And all of this is, of course, powered by smart contracts running on Near Protocol. So why are we building this? As a Web3 media seeking to scale operations, we work with freelancers via our Content DAO on the AstroDAO platform. But we're missing functionalities that will make our operations smoother. First of all, a dedicated bounty marketplace to increase discoverability, a better bounty flow in terms of UI, invoicing, reputation, and KYC, to mention a few. And with Heroes, we seek to give users a familiar Web2 experience. Our designer has designed the most popular peer-to-peer payment solution in Denmark for the largest Danish bank. So UI and UX is definitely something we care about. Secondly, we work with a broad variety of projects in the ecosystem. Most of them are also interested in funding or services outside of the marketing services that we provide, commonly getting connected with and in the ecosystem. Hence, we're missing a single place where we can facilitate connection, but also manage to capture the value of those BD connections. An example of such a thing could be an agreement such as finder's fees agreement, right? So we're building this product based on our own processes and day-to-day observations. So the V1 platform looks like this. It's a bounties platform. So the idea is that projects can find talent for solving tasks. They can delegate bounties to service DAOs that help them facilitate the bounties so they don't have to worry about the fulfillment of them, meaning they take the bounties from A to C. There'll be talent of the platform, which is whitelisted to make sure quality of services are high. You can easily monitor and review your bounties with colleagues or third parties. Once the job is done, all you have to do is improve and funds are automatically distributed instantly. And the idea is that you do this all over again. The V2 version is looking towards engaging DAOs on Near. So the idea is that DAOs are able to invest via the platform because we see the platform as a self-serving ecosystem, tapping into the whole platform investment narrative. So you can run compliant investment operations via the Heroes tooling with your DAO. This is done through onboarding members through KYC, KYB, and source of funds checks. You can make collaborative investment decisions. You can distribute funds easily, and you can make use of the services on the Heroes platform to help portfolio companies grow. And then repeat all over again to become successful. The Heroes roadmap looks like this. For Q2, we are going to go live with our mainnet. That's going to be early April. We have a version on testnet, which Dennis is going to show you in a bit. And for that version, we're going to onboard early beta testers. We're also working on a Heroes and Near social integration, which Dennis will also show you in a bit. Q3, smart contract audit, start working on onboarding and marketing. Q4, looking at going live with our matching engine and our Heroes investment DAO software modules. Q1, the Heroes lockup contracts. We are looking at being able to facilitate cross-chain support. So being able to log in with various wallets from various ecosystems, but still conducting the main transactions on Near Protocol, and ideally start scaling towards bringing in Web2 users. Our business model is based on transaction fees. So facilitating bounties on Heroes will naturally generate a revenue which goes into the Heroes treasury. We ourselves will also manage and provide services on Heroes, so act as a service DAO. We will use the platform for finder's fees, connect projects with VCs, angels, and KOLs and service providers on Heroes. and there's a heroes token to be announced. We believe that heroes can be the heroes of the future are near, and we believe that it's extremely important to start focusing on developing builder and project-centric platforms and products to speed up the development of user-friendly products that hopefully will onboard millions of people to Near in the future. Our team is made up of me, myself, Jens Peter, Dennis, and our third co-founder, Gus, who's a Metacartel and Hydra Ventures member, and an ex-Near Foundation. We have our advisors from Lyric Ventures, and then our legal and accounting setup in Zug. If you're interested, you can sign up for early access at https://heroes.build. And now Dennis will take over the stage to show you how our bounty platform is currently working. Dennis, take it away.
Thank you very much, Peter. Hello, everyone. Let me just quickly share the screen. Okay, the Heroes currently live on testnet. It's by invitation only, so you can't really like create an account, but we're going to show you here how it operates. It's alpha version. So let's start from creating a bounty. So let's say we want to have a design and we want to have some UI and as well Web3 related, and we want someone with intermediate, someone from a kind of intermediate level of to be taking that bounty. So you can import bounty from a GitHub or a Gitcoin if you already have that as an issue, or you can create a custom bounty, which I'm going to do for this presentation. So let's say we create Heroes logo design better Heroes logo and proof of work, accept this criteria. We're gonna say founders like it. In a touch file, example of work or anything else, put up the contract as near week. Next, okay, there it comes. Interesting part. Select the token you want to. We will be supporting a lot more tokens. It's just for the testnet version. Let's say we're willing to pay $250. Don't mind the platform fee. This is a standard kind of Web2 platform fee, which basically we migrated as a test, but for this platform, it will be significantly less. You can assign Service DAO, which Peter briefly touched. Service DAO is a DAO made of professionals in the area who can assist projects or startups to actually execute that bounty. We believe that startups should actually focus on the goal and leave these things for the professionals. So if startup wants to take care of the bounty to actually outsource that bounty process to a Service DAO, you can do that by paying 10% fee. We won't do it for this presentation. So you can add more reviewers. Let's say if you want more people to be able to accept or refuse that bounty from the startup, you can add here. So let's specify the deadline, 2 weeks. Review, confirm with wallet. Now this presentation will be showed in 2 screens. So I am acting as a startup or a project who is creating a bounty. Peter will be a bounty hunter who will show how this bounty is accepted. And by the way, this is all working on testnet and smart contracts currently undergoing review. So the bare bone of this platform is the actually smart contracts. So that's it. We're going to wait a bit until this is indexed, and the bounty will appear here very shortly. Peter, can you actually take over the screen and show it from your side, please?
Definitely. And as you can tell, I hope you can tell, we put in some work when it comes to the design. So actually giving people more or less of a familiar Web2 experience to make the onboarding process and use it like UI and UX process as smooth as possible. And I see that the bounty has appeared on my screen under my bounty overview. You can see I'm logged in with my testnet wallet over here. So I want to take this bounty. Besides that, I can see all the other bounties that are here, right? Create a Heroes logo. And I'm going to express my interest. I can also have a quick overview of anyone else who applied. So I'm going to express my interest. The deadline is on the 30th of March. I'm going to say it's going to take me 5 days to do. Please check my portfolio. Past work. And I'm going to claim it. When claiming it, you bond 1 NEAR, and this is done to prevent spam. It might be lower in the future. Currently, the NEAR price is okay with 1 NEAR, but we definitely want to prevent people from spamming the platform. So we want serious work done. It's very important to underline. And you can see I've expressed my interest. And now I'm going to switch my screen. It's going to go back to you, Dennis, so you can show that I actually applied for it.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Now we see that me as a project or a startup can accept this particular bounty hunter and allow him to do work. Again, this is all done on chain, so every interaction is signed by the wallet. Now this bounty hunter, Peter, is going to work on a bounty, and in 5 days he's going to post his work, and this work will be checked by myself or other reviewers. So Peter, can you take the control and accept that work, please?
So if you see my screen now, you can see that the bounty is in progress. I'm the one who applied for it, and I can actually give it up if I don't feel like I can fulfill it, or I can press that it's done. I'm done with the bounty. Please check work, or work has been delivered. Please pay me. I'm going to approve the transaction. All of this is also going to be much smoother once that we have Mira transactions installed on NEAR, which is going to make the user flow even smoother. And Dennis, you can now show that.
Sure, thank you, Peter. You may as well, before we switch, show that your wallet is currently has X amount of USDT
Of course.
tokens, and your balance will be increased by that
So
amount. And by the way, this is all stored in escrow contract, and until job is done, it's safe in that contract. There are mechanisms to actually recall this amount if bounty is not completed, and we designed very complex architecture for the business logic of these bounties.
So basically, we've built in a whole dispute contract system, which is going to enable a mechanism of a dispute DAO, which are trusted members from various projects that then will have a look at the specific bounty if a dispute occurs, and then they will make a decision based on their findings. So you see now in my wallet, I have 1,550 USDT. Back to you, Dennis.
Switching now. Okay, now the job is done. I'm refreshing the page, and I approve that. Okay, so 250 will go to the bounty hunter and 10% currently set up as a fee going to a platform. Done.
And I will immediately check my account. Just share my screen again real quickly. That's going to be the last time. We're going to make the switch before Dennis will show how it works on the social. I'm just going to refresh the page. And you see here, before it said 1,550. Now it says 1,800. So I've been paid and I'm a happy bounty taker.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, Dennis, over to you.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm gonna really briefly touch the near social integration. We just started it like a couple of days ago, so don't judge it too much. So just to see, are you seeing it now? Yeah. So this bounty basically been accepted and completed. We will require KYC for certain amount of, for this for the bounties with a certain amount, and these bounties can only be done on a Heroes website. So effectively, user must pass KYC and then come back to Near Social to actually claim that bounty. But for the smaller amount, like a user can say, I want to do that one, and I will complete in a few days. So let's see how it works. Hopefully it will, because it's basically work in progress right now. There you go. And which one we just accepted? This one. There you go. So it actually worked similar way. So there will be like some more than just one front end for our platform. One of our website, another one a Near Social, probably BOS in the future. But as I mentioned, the core of the system is the set of smart contracts which operates and works together, and with Sputnik DAO or Astra DAO, and we are expanding that to Near Discovery in the future.
So the goal for Heroes is to become a 100% compliant platform. That also means that what you've seen now is as Dennis pointed out, is the backbone of the platform, with the bounty contract being the foundational layer. And what we're going to build on top of that is going to be we're going to integrate elements around KYC, invoicing, reputation, etc., that makes it as easy as possible for a project to operate on the platform. And on top of that, we're going to make profiles that are project specific, so projects can talk about what they do, present what they do, and hopefully attract both people to work with and for them, but also investors that are on the platform. This is to come in the future, right? So we hope to create a community of doers, builders, and projects that together want to push what we're doing in the Near ecosystem. And our hopes are that we can take this model of working in Web3 and looking at business models in Web2 and directly translate them. One thing could be such as you could think of Fiverr, but this is all much in the future, right? For now, we're focusing on Web3 and doing a good job here. That's it from us. We hope you liked it. I hope you have some questions for us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was great. We do have a question, at least a question, maybe two, maybe several. So, Okaya, take the stage.
Thanks. Several questions, however, most of them are already answered. However, I'm so excited to see a borderless movement aiming to bring great minds together with the possibility to incentivize bounty participation with reward mechanisms. So what I was wondering, what are the main features that create an attractive environment for Web3 projects, communities, and investors to connect through Heroes platform?
So first of all, Currently, we have a set of DAOs on Near that already use bounties, but they use them via AstroDAO. So we definitely see a big potential of migrating the marketing DAO, the creatives DAO, maybe also the DevGov DAO. So there are already institutions using bounties, but UI is a bit of clunky, and we also believe that bringing them all to the same platform, they will actually have beneficial effects, right? So being able to have one place for the Near ecosystem to actually post bounties and also apply for bounties is one thing. And as we slowly build that ecosystem up, the idea is that for the first versions, because we don't have the reputation, and that's going to be different sets of reputation, just like you have the Gitcoin passport, which is made up of different layers, like, right? That's going to come with time. So that's why in the beginning, it's going to be whitelisted or referral only for the people who are actually able to take bounties, so that we try to ensure that the quality of people that are able to do work on the platform is really high. It's very important that people don't waste their time on work getting done that they're not happy with. Obviously, that can always happen, right? But we try to curate, and that's what we do on a daily basis with Nearweek. We try to curate all of the content, and we try to curate all of the people that are actually going to be on the platform. That also goes for the project. So we believe that by having a very strict focus on quality, we're able to create a platform which becomes increasingly interesting to be on as both a project, as a bounty taker or talent, and also as an investor. And then besides that, obviously, we still also have the Nearweek media arm. So we're able to actually distribute a lot of the content and a lot of the stuff that's going on the platform to sort of the wider Near ecosystem, if that answers your question.
Amazing, definitely. I'm looking forward to see you guys onboard many more talents. Thank you so much for your time. That was my question from my end.